And we're rolling. All right, welcome. I'd like to speak a bit about this guitar. This was made for a guy down on the Mornington Peninsula. It is a Parlour guitar technically because it's probably a 3/4 and it has a slightly smaller upper bout and a narrower waist. This particular model was based on the Epiphone songwriters, which used to be called the Epiphone Blues Masters, I believe. And their design is based on the Gibson L-OO. I think Epiphone owned or Gibson owned the Epiphone label, so they owned the design. They took the Gibson L-OO and they reduced the size of it slightly. These were in production early in the 2000s, but they were discontinued. And by request, the fellow on the Mornington Peninsula had one of these guitars, the Epiphones, years ago, sold it, regretted it, and really wanted another one. We couldn't find any out there, so we decided to make it. And we had to make the mold from scratch, so I did a lot of research into the Gibson L-OO and then the Epiphones. I believe there's still a Gibson that Keb Mo uses, which is a very similar design to what we have here. Because it's a Parlour guitar, we used most of the dimensions that we could find on the web for the songwriter or the blues master. And I've made a couple of minor changes into that design and that mold shape. The most noticeable being a slightly narrower waist than normal. It's got a punchy little sound, it's bright, there's lots of attack in there, and that's probably due to the spruce top, which is probably a AA grade spruce top. And then we've used repurposed mahogany for the back, the sides and the neck. The back came from an old bed. The sides came from the same bed. There's a bit of figure in there, a bit of fiddleback, which is nice. And the neck came from an old table. Again, a different type of mahogany, Filipino mahogany. This, not entirely sure, but someone will be able to tell you the origin of this type of mahogany. The fingerboard's red gum. It was made from an old bearer that was from a demolition site underneath the floorboards in a house. All was quarter sawn to stop them from warping. Been dry for a very long time, beautifully seasoned, and we were lucky enough to get a bit of fiddle backing in there too. So nice solid red gum there for the fingerboard. The inlays, the decorations, a bit of blue tack there. The inlays are the aesthetics. We've upgraded them. We've got red gum and hue and pine for the tailpiece. Again, red gum and hue and pine for the bridge. It should be noted that the red gum in the bridge is from one of the client's stumps from his old house. And he wanted that incorporated into the design as something personal. So we've cut up an old red gum stump from his old house and we've used that as the inlay on the hue and pine bridge here. We've also used it as a heel cap on the back of the neck here. And then the hue and pine and red gum faceplate for a bit of a snappy look. So that's the William Hancock Guitars Bluesman model, which is based on the Epiphone songwriter or the Epiphone Blues Master, the same guitar, which were based loosely on the Gibson L-OO. So we're going to have a look at it and see how it sounds. In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I long to be in the warm hold of your love and mine, to feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown pales the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile, and everywhere I look, your eyes I find. For me to love you now, 'twould be the sweetest thing, 'twould make me sing. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind. When rain has hung the leaves with tears, I want you near to kill my fears and help me to leave all my blues behind. Standing in your heart is where I want to be and long to be. Oh, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Old tune by Donavon there. Catch the Wind for my stepmom. Steel string, Parlour guitar, 3/4 size.